I used to count the battles like scars across my chest. Every love that walked out halfway, every word I failed halfway, every word I failed to wrestle from the silence in my chest. I thought I had to prove something to the ghost of who I'd been, build a castle tall enough so no one leave again. Then you showed up, now with armor, now with promises of glory, just your head upon my shoulder and the quiet of your story. I don't need to win a war, I don't need to raise a flag. Every fight I thought I wanted feels so small inside this bed. You're not a trophy on my shelf, you're not a battle life. You're the reason I survive. Let's stop keeping score, because with you I've already won. I used to measure mornings by the weight of being alone. Now I measure them in coffee cups and the way you stretch and grow. I used to think that loving was a race against the dark, but you don't run, you just arrive and you leave the light on in the park. I never told you how afraid I was that you'd see the broken parts, but you just held them like gold letters and said, these are works of art. I don't need to win a war, I don't need to raise a flag. Every fight I thought I wanted feels so small inside this bed. You're not a trophy on my shelf, you're not a battle life. You're the reason I survive. Let's stop keeping score, because with you I've already won. Let the world keep fighting, let them break themselves on pride. I found my victory in the soft way that you sigh. No medals, no applause, just your hand across my chest, and the quiet truth that all my wars could finally go to rest. I don't need to prove I'm worthy, I don't need to scream my name. You looked at all my rubble and you loved it just the same. You're not a finish line, love, you're not a finish line. You're the moment I stop running, because with you, because with you I'd already won, already won. I used to carry every wrong turn like a suitcase full of glass, every word I couldn't speak, every bridge I watched burn fast. I wore the names they gave me like a coat too small and thin, and every time I tried to run, I'd find myself back where I'd been. You didn't ask for my resume of ruins, you just sat with me in the quiet and let me be human. I am bigger than my past, I am more than what broke. Every scar is just a chapter, not the whole damn story I wrote. I am not the night I couldn't sleep through, not the door I slammed too fast. I am learning how to breathe in, I am bigger than my past. There's a boy I left behind me in a town that never snowed. He believed he'd never matter, so he learned to never show. But you found him in the basement of the house I tore apart, and you said, come up to the window, there's a world with room for your heart. I don't need to be forgiven for the things I couldn't be, I just need to stand here shaking point to where I've been. I'll just take your hand and show you that the best is still coming. I am bigger than the wreckage, than the whispers, than the years I spent believing I was nothing but the damage. I am bigger than my past. You left your sweater on the chair, cashmere cream, the kind you wear when you wanna feel held, without asking someone to stay. I should have thrown it out last June, but I sleep with it in another room. It still smells like your skin, and the war you never let me win. They told me love was supposed to be soft, a quiet harbor, a hand held aloft. But you a storm with a gentle name, and I was the fool who loved the rain. Cashmere and chaos, that's what you were. A whisper that shattered, a kiss that could hurt. You held me like silk, then pulled at the thread. Now I'm sleeping alone in a half-empty bed. But God, what a beautiful wreckage you made. Cashmere and chaos, I'd still let you stay. We fought in the kitchen at 2 a.m. You laughed, I cried, then you held me again. That's the part nobody understands. The chaos was honest, the cashmere was planned. You never promised me easy or light, just a love that would burn through the darkest night. And maybe that's why I can't let you go, because safe never felt like that. You know, I've walked through the calm of a love that was dead, where every word was something we said, but not something we meant, not something that bled. You bled for me, wearing the gray. I saw me like Sunday, then left like a thief. Now I'm learning to live with the beautiful grief, but I wouldn't trade one splinter night for 1,000 peaceful life. Because cashmere and chaos, at least that was real. People say love should feel like home, but what if home is a broken throne? What if peace is just a lie we do avoid the heaven of a beautiful hell? I don't want someone who never leaves fingerprints. I want the one whose chaos still makes sense. Cashmere and chaos, you ruined me slow, and I'd walk through the fire just to freeze in your snow. You were the calm and the calamity, the wound and the remedy. So I'll keep the sweater and I'll keep the scars. You were cashmere and best thing. I didn't mean to call you. It was 2 a.m. and the rain was lying. Told me you'd pick up, told me you'd still be mine. Told me you'd like a stranger, but you answered like a stranger, like someone reading lines. And I realized somewhere between hello and goodbye, we crossed a different line. Last night, I dreamed we didn't end, that the silence was just a breath, that we chose each other again before the slow and certain death. Last night, I held you like the first time, like I hadn't lost the rhythm. I could has the rhythm of spine, like the years between are just a line in a song we left behind. Last night, you said my name the way you used to, like it still meant something soft and true. And I woke up reaching for the ghost of you, but the morning knew. I remember how we broke, not with a fight but with a fade, like a photograph left in the sun until the colors gave way. We We stopped staying up late, stopped laughing at nothing, stopped holding hands in the car. And by the notice, the quiet, we'd all noticed the quiet, we'd already drifted too far. Last night I heard your voice again, not the one you use now, but the one you had back then when I was still yours somehow. Last night I held you like the first time, like I hadn't learned the art of letting go, like the only truth I needed was to know you were still mine in the afterglow. Last night you kissed me like the last time, what I know was coming then, and I woke up trying to find the place again where we were whole. They say time heals everything, but time is a liar. It doesn't heal, just moves you further from the fire, until the cold feels normal, until the ache becomes a friend, and you stop believing that the broken things can mend. But last night I forgot to forget. Last night I didn't care that you were gone, I just let the memory carry me along, like a slow to move on. Last night you were mine again, not the ending, not the silence, not the pain, just the beautiful broken honest remain of a love that still remembers its name. Last night they told me I should write a bigger story, that the world was waiting for my name. So I built a kingdom out of morning light, and I polished every piece of fame. But somewhere in the quiet, between the mirror and the wall, I realized I was building a cathedral with no hall. What's a legend if nobody's watching? What's a crown if the room is bare? I spent years chasing the echo, now I'm learning the echo was always there. I'm a legend in the making, not because the world will know my face, but because I kept on waking when the dream became an empty space. Every scar is a chapter, every silence is a line, and the greatest story ever told is the one I let take time. There's a man who works the night shift, 2 jobs and a broken back, but his daughter thinks he's middle name, but his daughter thinks he's made of black. And there's a woman in a hospital singing off-key to the machines. She'll never see a Grammy stage, but she's the queen of the between. The world wants lightning, but I've learned to love the rain, the slow and unspectacular, the beautiful and plain. I'm a legend in the making, not because the cameras ever click, but because I kept on breaking, and I learned how to fix. Every wrong turn is a chorus, every loss is a verse I know, and the legend isn't in the glory, it's in the not letting go. They ask me when I'm gonna make it, when the world will finally see, but I stopped waiting for the spotlight the day I learned to sing for me. I am not a monument, and I've learned to call it friend. I don't need a statue, I don't need a golden frame, when showing up was harder than it seemed. So call me legend in the making, I'll write my own damn making. Legend in the making, not for there for me, not the glory, just the waking, and the slow, soft victory. I used to think the spotlight had my name on it, that every room would turn when I walked in. I wrote myself a script where I was fearless, where every loss became a win. But somewhere past the opening scene, somewhere past the dream, the camera stopped rolling, and I forgot what I was supposed to mean. Now I'm sitting on the subway, no one knows my face, and the soundtrack that I swore would save me is just silence in its place. Turns out I'm not the main character. I'm the scene that got deleted, the monologue they cut for time, the song that never repeated. I thought the world would feel my heartbreak, that the credits would roll slow, but nobody needed to know. She left on a Tuesday afternoon. I waited for the rain to start, like a movie where the weather knows the mood. There was no slow motion exit, no soundtrack swell, just a door and a quiet and a story I couldn't tell. I wrote 1,000 versions when she came back to the door where the violins rose up. And I wasn't ignored, but I'm not the main character. I'm the friend who waits outside the pedagogue, who hands the hero the line that makes him realize I'm the ending that they cut for a happy one instead. Marie that plays at 3 a.m. inside my own head. Maybe that's the quiet truth nobody tells you when you're young. You don't get a soundtrack for the lonely parts. You don't get a chorus when you come undone. You just keep going without the violins, without the violins, without the fade to black, without anyone watching, and somehow you don't look back. Maybe I am the main character of a film nobody will see, a private screening in a hollow room where the only audience is me. And maybe that's enough to feel the weight of every note, to hold a lonely melody, and still keep it afloat. No credits roll, no roses fall, just a boy. You came with both hands open, said you saw the broken parts of me, like I was something to be fixed up, like love was charity. And I let you hold a hand, I let you name the cracks. But somewhere in the quiet, I started to want myself back. You wanted a rescue, someone small and afraid. But darling, I've been standing in the dark I made. I never needed saving, I just needed someone to see that I can bleed and still be whole. That hurt don't make me incomplete. You wanted to be heroes, so you painted me as lost, but the bravest thing I ever did was counting my own cost. I never needed saving, I just needed standby. Not a hand to pull me up, but a hand to hold me high. Remember when you asked me why I don't cry the way I should? You said real pain's performances. Darling, real pain is understood without the audience, without the pretty tears. Just a man who learned to carry his own water for years. You mistook my quiet for drowning, my calm for a silent scream. But peace ain't always a battle won. Sometimes peace is just the dream. I never needed saving, I just needed someone to stay. Not to stitch me back together, but to watch me find my way. You wanted a disaster so you could play the flame, but I've been fireproof, baby, long before you came. I never needed saving, I just need your hand in mine. Not to pull me from the wreckage, but to walk with me in time. And this is where the movie breaks, where you expect me to fall apart, but the truth is harder than the drama. The truth is, I had my own heart from the start. No crescendo of forgiveness, no villain I must blame. Just two people in a quiet room and love that couldn't do the same. I never needed saving, and that's what broke us in the end. You needed me to need you more than you needed a friend. But I hope you find need your light, and I'll keep walking forward with my own damn fire burning bright. I never needed saving, never did, never will. Just a love that lets me be the me that I'm already still. You asked me once, what do you need from me? I said, nothing, the way you already see me. Never needed saving. Nobody tells you about the quiet after the crowd goes home for. You hold the things chasing the flashbulb, the headline, the golden frame. But now I'm sitting in the silence, and I can't remember my own name. The trophy sits on the table, cold metal catching the light. And I swear I heard you laughing somewhere in the back of tonight. Because winning was never the problem. The problem is welcome the echo of every sacrifice moment, the ghost of my own laughter. So play me the soundtrack to a win, not the anthem, not the roar. Play the song they play at 3 a.m. when the champagne's on the floor. Play the violin that cries for the years I didn't call. The lonely key, change that admits I built this whole cathedral, but I forgot who I was building it for. You asked me once if I'd still love you. When the lights went down for good, I said of course. I said forever. Like any fool who thinks he could, but forever has a funny tempo. It's slower than victory. It's washing dishes in the dark and learning what you mean. I missed your birthday for a boardroom, missed our song for a speech. I told myself it was temporary, but temporary has a long reach. And now the crowd has finally vanished, and the microphone and shiny, something shiny, it's already feeling old. So play me the soundtrack to a win, not the high reel, not the cheer. Play the song that plays from within, when the thing you wanted finally appears, and it's lighter than you dreamed and heavier than you planned. Play the chord that sounds like a door closing on a boy who used to stand right here, believing that the finish line would finally make him a man. The greatest victory I never saw coming wasn't a trophy or a check. It was you, still asleep beside me the morning after I almost lost a thing. And I realized the wind was never out there. It was always in the quiet, in the quiet, in the ordinary, in the love I was too busy. So now I write a different soundtrack to a victory almost missed. It doesn't start with a drum roll, it starts with a kiss. It's slow, it's simple, the song that plays when you come home and choose to play me the soundtrack to a win, but not the one I wrote alone. Play the one where I put down the crown and finally picked up the phone. Yeah, this is the soundtrack to a win, not the front door. I walk through the city in worn out shoes. Every street light flickered like a half bad news. My pockets held nothing but receipts, bad news. My pockets held nothing but receipts and regret. And every mirror showed a man I hadn't met yet. They called me a ghost, a has-been, a never was. I started believing the buzz, but somewhere in the marrow, past the static and the sorrow, there was a kid who still believed that the sun comes back after every grief. Call me the comeback kid, not because I won, but because I never stopped. Walking towards the dawn with my heart split open and my shadow dragging long. I fell through the floorboards, lost every bet, but I'm still standing here. But I'm still standing here. There were nights I slept on couches that weren't mine. Watched my 20s disappear like bottled wine. Every phone call shorter than the last. Every I love you living in the past. I learned to love the quiet, the empty chair, the half-empty diet of a man who forgot how to care. But grief is just love with nowhere to go and somewhere deep. I decided to grow, not fast, not loud, not loud, just slow. Call me the comeback kid, not because I'm fixed, but because I learned to live with the beautiful like the unfixed. I lost my pride, I lost my way. I lost 1,000 battles every single day, but I kept my hands open, kept my voice low, allowed to be broken, kept walking through the winter, even when I couldn't see the snow. The comeback isn't fireworks, not a stadium crowd. It's a man in a small kitchen, learned the one who didn't quit. When the mirror showed zero, I'm not the man I wanted to be. I'm something quieter, some repairs, one stitch at a time. Call me the comeback kid, just the one who didn't quit. I'm not the man I wanted to be. I'm something that finally learned to feel. And if you're out there still counting your cracks, take my hand, we're the comeback kids, and we're never going back. Comeback kid, not loud. I sat at the table, the one with the cracked wooden edge. 17 voices, none of them said what I said. They passed me the wine like a stranger. They passed me the wine like a stranger. They laughed at a joke I didn't start, and I realized somewhere between the plates they'd misplaced my heart. Not with cruelty, just with the slow erosion of showing up too late. I used to be the one they called when the world went dark. Now I'm the name that sits right on the tip of the tongue, the one they almost remember, the one they leave unsung. They forgot my name, not in a single loud moment, but in 1,000 small silences, a quiet atonement. They forgot my face in the family photo, the one where I'm standing at the edge of the frame, and I smile like I'm supposed to, but nobody calls out my name. I'm just tired of waving my hand from the corner of a disappearing land. I watched my father hesitate at my own front door. He looked past me into the hallway like I wasn't there anymore. My mother sent a card last Christmas to the wrong address. She wrote, "Dear friend," in shaky blue ink, and I felt the final undress. Not on my body, but a belonging, the quiet theft of being. While everyone kept moving, I wanted to scream, I'm still here, but my throat filled with cement. So I just took another slow breath and learned what forgotten meant. They forgot my name, like a book they never finished, like a song that played on low volume until the melody diminished. They forgot the shape of my laughter, the way I take my coffee black, the scar above my left eyebrow, the fact that I never talk back, but here's the truth they'll never hold, the thing they cannot see. I didn't disappear because they forgot. I disappeared to be free. It's just a sound people make when they want you to stay. But if no one's calling, I'll walk my own way. I'll rename myself in the morning. In the language of rain, I'll be the one who remembers, even when the memory tastes bittersweet. They forgot my name, and darling, that's if you no more performing the person they wanted, no more standing in the rift. I am not the photograph gathering dial, I am the silence that chose itself after walking 1,000 miles. They forgot my name. A slow song in a fast world, a quiet, uncaged lamb. They forgot, but I didn't. I keep you on the top shelf, behind the glasses that I never use. right next to the box of things I promised I'd someday learn to lose. You're wrapped in yesterday's newspaper, the ink has started to fade. I don't take you down to hold you, I just like to know you're safe. Sometimes I stand on my tiptoes just to see if you're still there. A museum of one broken collector, pretending that I care. Top shelf, that's where I put you when the ache got loud. Top shelf, where I hide the pieces from crowd. I don't drink the memory, I just let it gather dust. Because loving you is easy, but letting go I lost the trust. She asked me why I never pour the whiskey from that amber on the highest road. I said some things are better left unopened, some doors are better left alone, you know. But at 3 a.m. I climb the kitchen counter like a thief who wants to be caught. I hold the glass up to the moonlight, and I remembered I forgot you were never mine to keep. That's what they'd probably say, but try to explain that to the silence at the end of every day. Top shelf, that's where I buried what we couldn't save. Top shelf, a one-man grave, a quiet cave I don't revisit. I just exist in the same room, a ghost of something beautiful that I refuse to consume. Every love leaves a residue, some stick to the floor like wine. But yours climbed. You settled somewhere high where I'd have to break my neck to bring you back to eyeline. And maybe that's the point, maybe that's the cost. You don't lose the ones you loved, you just rearrange what's lost. Top shelf, maybe I'll leave you there until I die. Top shelf, a private star in a private sky. I won't drink you, won't forget you, won't pretend I'm finally well. I'll just look up sometimes and whisper, top shelf, top shelf, top shelf. Dust and glass and a story I can't tell. I told myself I wouldn't check my phone tonight, deleted every photo, turned off every light. I'm in a crowded room but I'm completely alone, and somehow that's the closest thing I've known to home. You sent a message 3 hours ago, I read the first 2 words then I let it go. I'm learning how to look right through a screen, like you were just a song I heard at 17. But my hands are shaking in my coat, and every word I didn't write is stuck inside my throat. I'm unbothered, that's what the mirror every morning. I'm unbothered, rebuild my walls without a warning. I don't think about the way you laughed or how you fit so perfectly in half of my chest. I'm unbothered, I passed the test. Last week I saw you from across the street. You looked happy, or at least complete. I turned around for before you saw my face, and practiced my indifference all the way back to my place. I've gotten good at looking through the past, like fog that lifts too quickly to last. But every Uber ride past your old block, my heart still forgets to stop. I smile at strangers, laugh on cue, but nobody asks me if I mean it. Probably because they already knew. I'm unbothered, that's what the mirror every morning. I'm unbothered, rebuild my walls without a warning. I don't wear the hoodie that you borrowed, I don't check to see if you've unblocked me yet. I'm unbothered, swallow hard and own it. But late at night when the reverb dies and the city folds its wings, I catch myself whispering your name like it means. And that's the lie I wear, the best word almost passes for rest. You didn't break me, no, not at all. I just don't stand as straight as I did last fall. I'm unbothered, just me, just someone you used to know, but not anymore.